So I hope everyone would have understood what we have gone through yesterday. We did about thesis writing, its content, and what's are its details. And we also did some terms regarding research and articles. And I taught you how this can be written, what should be the proper format, what should be the font, and each and everything. I taught you regarding the research paper, what that there are different kind of publications available in the world, not just in India, but in the world. And there are two specified lists given by University Grant Commission. And these lists contain the names of all the publications in which you can send your own research paper or a review paper or anything to be published. And they have their own norms, their own policies, rules, and regulations, which you have to follow. The process is very simple. They provide you an email ID, and what you have to do, you have to send your research paper on that email ID. And after your research paper has been verified, they give you the confirmation that we shall be publishing within 2 or 3 months. So this is the complete process of a publication of your research paper or review paper or anything. And regarding thesis, I taught you that you have to submit your thesis to your university, and thesis is prepared by only those only those scholars who are enrolled under the PhD program or MPhil, Master of Philosophy. They people have to write their thesis upon whatever the research they have conducted. So now in this lecture, we shall be going how the information and communication technology has brought the major development in the fields of research and applications. Okay, so in research also there is extreme role of information and communication technology. Nowadays, widely the information and communication technology, computers, supercomputers, robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, then deep learning, these kind of terms nowadays are there. Okay, so nowadays the research is conducted with the help of information and communication technology. If we were the scholars of the era prior to 1980s or 1970s, each and everything was done theoretically. The scholars had to go to the university and they had to take the printout of whatever the research or review papers they want to go through, and they had to take the printouts, and after that they had to read, they had to do everything manually. There was none kind of record. Even if they wish to record their complete study in a rows and column format, there was none kind of computers available, and each and everything they had to do manually. So nowadays, this is the great advancement with the era of globalization and liberalization policies, that there is an extreme level of use of information and communication technology in case of research methodologies. Okay. So now today in this lecture, 2 and 3 things are major which we have to understand. The first is how the information and communication technology is applied in case of research. And secondly, what are the different libraries available to you? Today I shall tell you some libraries, online libraries, which you can use for finding the research papers or review papers available for your own subject. If you wish to do further research on any topic, what you have to do, you have to go through from the literature, and literature means the books, the thesis and research paper, review papers written by some other researchers. And I shall tell you today what are the different libraries, online libraries, which are available, on which you can find your literature of your subject. Okay, today I shall tell you that. Okay, after that I shall tell you what are the data sources freely available on the internet, freely or paid. And after that I shall tell you what are the major initiatives taken by the Indian government for bringing up the information and communication technology in the area of research methodology. So these are the 3 major topics which we have to cover. None kind of a concept is there. I shall tell you some names and what they are doing. Okay, first of all, we shall go about the libraries from which you can find your literature, which you can use for your research. Okay, I also use, because we are the researchers, we have to find the research gap of the previous researches. And after finding those gaps, we have to pursue our own research. And how do we find that gap, specific gap? The only way of finding the previous research gap is to go through from the previous literature, and there should be a major source of finding the literature. Okay, so I shall tell you some libraries, some online websites. Okay, so these are also covered under the information and communication technology. After that, there is data structure. How can you get the data for research? In case of a primary research, it is very obvious and it's very common that you have to create your or make your questionnaire in case of a primary research. But in case of secondary research, there are number of websites and online libraries available from which you can easily get the data. And if this is not freely available, then that can be available in paid format. Because in case of, I'm giving you mine example, okay, because I wish to do the research at high frequency data. High frequency data means the data with the interval of 1 minute or 1 second or 5 seconds. That much data I wish to use. Just wait for a second. Just wait for 1 second. All right. So there are number of tools available. In my case, I wish to research on high frequency data, but this is not available to us because NSE, this is National Stock Exchange, and BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, that does not provide that kind of a high frequency data. Okay, so we had to purchase this data from some website or directly from the NSE. So in this way, I shall tell you some of the ways how you can get your own literature. Doesn't matter whichever the subject you are attached with, whether this is commerce, this is management, economics, history, home science, computer science, or anything. There are number of tools and online libraries available from which you can easily download PDF format books. Okay, even if these are costly, but some of the things are there which are easily accessible. I shall tell you some ways. So I'm just going to start this lecture, and before going, as the convention is there, I have to ask you if my voice is completely audible to you. I just need your confirmation so that I just share my screen. Is this my voice audible to you? Can I get your reply? Can I get at least 3 or 4 confirmations? Yeah, Navneet, all right, all right. I have got the information. So now I'm just going to start this lecture. So again, I'm telling you, this is very important. But from exam point of view, again, this is as important as the topic of a thesis was. Okay, only 2 or 3 times in the previous papers, complete 28 papers, 25 to 28 papers, only 2 or 3 times the question from the specific topic of ICT has been asked. But I genuinely believe that you must have the knowledge of that. Okay, not from even not from the point of view of your exam, but for general knowledge as well. You must know how you can get your own literature. So this is why I shall be stressing very deeply for this specific topic. So I'm just going to share the screen, and I must tell you that this is not conceptual. Okay, these are just some names which you have to uh, remind, and the functions they perform. Okay, so these are just that, none kind of a concept or subject matter is there. The mere things and mere lines are there. I'm just going to share it. It's very easy for you to understand this. So I hope everything is visible to you. So this is what we have prepared for you in this particular topic, particular day's lecture. So this is going to be about the role of ICT. ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. Okay, when we talk about information and communication technology, it involves everything which is directly or indirectly related with the technology. That can be your personal computer, that can be your laptop, and that can be your internet connection. And after that, that can be the access to Google, that can be access to any website, that can be access to online libraries or anything. When you use these kind of things, that simply means that you are using information and communication technology. And let me tell you, nowadays it's impossible for conducting the research if you are not using the information and communication technology. Laptop or PC is must. In my university, there are more than 60 scholars, research scholars in my university, and each and everyone possesses their laptop, and they have to bring on daily basis because they study electronically via laptop. Okay, they open their PDF format. Nowadays, the days have completely gone when people used to take printout of all the research papers and they read and they'll go through from this. Nowadays there are number of technologies available which we use on daily basis. So this is role of ICT. So the role and application of ICT can be broadly classified in 4 areas. These have not been specified by some authors, but I must tell you, we have created this at our own. Okay. So first of all, communication. ICT has changed the way the communication is done with others. Now you can, I am communicating with you. This is a very simple example. Via Zoom classes, I'm communicating. I'm using ICT. Then information sharing. Nowadays, information sharing can be quickly and easily available across the globe. So this is where the ICT is applied nowadays. Then simulation. Nowadays virtual labs and robotic experiments are there which are being widely used for the research purpose. Then evaluation. Nowadays number of tools and available technologies available which can be used for evaluation. For example, I am just going to give you a very simple example. I taught you about plagiarism yesterday. Okay, this is checking if you have cheated for doing your research purpose, research work. This is research paper or thesis. This is plagiarism. And for checking the plagiarism, there are number of various tools and technology available. Number of softwares are there. Number of online libraries are there which are used for checking the plagiarism. And what you have to do, you just have to upload your research paper or thesis to the respective website, and once you have uploaded, you just have to click on the button named check for plagiarism. When you click on that, within few seconds or minutes, it shows the result of plagiarism which you have adopted in your research paper or thesis, and they gives in percentage like 2%, 10%, then 15% or 20%. And this is the norms of every university, that how much they are going to accept the level of plagiarism. In my university, they do not accept more than 10%. So okay, plagiarism simply means using the words or using the phrases, using the lines of someone others by giving them your own name. Okay, so this is called plagiarism. Then now, as I told you, that there are number of online libraries available for finding your research papers. Okay, research paper, your thesis, which are broadly known as your own literature, and every research scholar has to review their literature. Even if you are not planning for further PhD, still I would suggest you that you have to go through from all these libraries. If it's not possible for going all these libraries, still you must have the knowledge, because anyone can ask you, and you have to increase your score. And increasing your score for getting the job of assistant professor or associated professor is possible only if you have a research papers credited to you. Okay, so these can be gone through, these can be read only through these online libraries. Now I'm going to tell you about the names of these. So these are search engines and research papers, tools and libraries available. This is the first one, is my favorite. This is Google Scholar. You can find anything. You just have to give some keywords. Okay, keywords like trading in India, trading in India. You can simply write that and it shall show you all the research paper in lakhs of numbers. You can download any free of cost and you can use as your literature review. In this way, there are Microsoft academic research. It also provides you academic paper, authors, conferences, journal, and information of everything. Then science space is there. It also provides you innovation in exploration of papers and authors. So all these search engines are available which can be used for that. These are not only the three. I am going to give you the name of a tens, okay, at least 10. And even I don't use all the tens, but because our purpose is completed by 2 or 3 search engines only, okay. But if these are not down, if my research papers or articles or literature is not downloadable from one search engine, then certainly we move to the next search engine, because the research papers are available everywhere. Otherwise, if you don't follow this, then I must tell you, you have to pay huge prices for purchasing the research paper of someone else. This is very simple. Like if I have done the research for 5 years and I have found something new, and why would I give free of cost to everybody? This is very simple, okay. Only these search engines are there, luckily they are there, which are giving you the information free of cost. And even if you don't use that, that's our mistake, biggest mistake, because being related to the educational field, we must know the knowledge about that. So first was Google Scholar, then Microsoft Academic Search, then Science Space, then a ResearchGate. I have used this as well. Very important, very beautiful thing is this, okay. You can, over 15 million members are there who are posting their data. Number of people are there. Then BioHunter is there. This is also the portal with the literature search, okay. After that, there is Edu. This is a platform for academics to share a research paper. You can share your research paper if you wish that this is worthy and it can be helpful for someone else. Then SSRN, multidisciplinary online repository of scholarly research material. You can find a lot of material there. Then deep dive is there. Millions of articles are available freely or paid in paid member. Okay, content from world's leading publisher. These I'm going to give you some name of leading publisher. This is Elsewhere, then Springer, then Wiley, Blackwell, and more. These are A category journals. If your paper is published in these journals, then your research is considered to be the very great research. Then Wiki Journal Club is there. This is also open source and mainly used in medical kind of researches. Then these were some names I have given you. Okay, I think these were 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. I have given you information about 9 search engines. So now we are moving further. I am going to give you information about the different search engines. Let me go to some blank because a blank screen because I want to write something. Now in this video lecture, I have given you information regarding some scholarly libraries. Okay, scholarly libraries from which you can find the literature of your your specific subject. Okay, so now I am going to give you information again about some libraries from which you can find the data sets. Okay, data sets for the research, data sets and other information directly or indirectly relating to your literature. Okay, so these are again some libraries I am going to tell you. This is the shared data sets and codes. Okay, so first is the data bank. This analysis and visualization tool. This is a tool for time series data. Like my research is on time series data. Time series data is simply a data which is stretch over a specific time period. Like we have to find the price series of shares of different companies from very old period. Then Google also periodically releases data of interest to researcher in a wide range of computer science discipline. Then there is GitHub. This is online software project which can help you in getting data. Then Open Science Framework is there. It gathers network of research documents, version control system, and a collaboration software which helps you in gathering the data regarding the research documents. Then SlideShare is their community for sharing presentation and other professional content. Here the people can share with each other. Then gov.uk, the British government's official data portal, which offers access to tens of thousands of data sets. You can find any kind of data relating to your subject, but that should be worthy. Okay. Then gov, this is again the USA government's official data portal. Then Code Ocean is there. This is cloud-based computational platform. Cloud-based, I must tell you, which contains the data, huge data sets like in GBs, in gigabytes. Okay, and this is stored in Google Drives or Google platforms. This kind of data is known as cloud-based data. Then peer evaluation there is there. This is open repository for data, papers, and media. Okay. Then org is there, which is offering open government data for US, European Union, Canada, CCAN, and more. Okay. So this is Google Finance. This has the data for more than 40 years worth of stock market. Okay, you can use this specific website as well if this is useful for your data sets. So these were some information regarding how you can get your data. And if this is not available, if your specific data is not available from these websites, then what you have to do, you may be having to do the research for specific websites. Suppose if you want to do the research which involves the interest rates in India, then maybe that these are not useful to you. Then what you have to do, you have to search the websites like official website of RBI or some other stock market related or interest rate related websites like Security Exchange Board of India's website and NSDL, CDSL. So these kind of websites we have to find personally. Each and every website has a specific portal named archive. When you click on the archive, then you can find the historical data of the of your specific subject, and you can easily find that and you can get it. So these were some details regarding data sets. Till now I have taught you regarding search engine, then data sets, and after that now I am going to tell you how you can connect and communicate using ICT with experts and researcher, how you can connect. Okay, so this is very simple process. Nowadays there are on information and technology based, and there are online very extreme tools are available by which you can easily communicate and you can have the relations with your online experts and researchers. So I'm going to tell the name of these portals. First is academia is there. You can find about the personal information of any researcher which you like, and you can contact them. Then Net Online is there. Then Open Science Framework, Research Gate. Then Academic Joy is there. So these are some platform. These are not 5, I think these are 10. So this is Experiment. This is also a kind of platform. Then LinkedIn, Thinkable, Science Open, then WebEx, Skype, TeamViewer, Anywhere. So these are some tools available which can be used for communicating with the experts online with the use of information and communication technology. In these slides, I have just given you information regarding how you can connect to others. Like I am connecting to you right now via Zoom application. In this way, these are some portals and platforms which can be used for finding the research. Okay, I'm just giving you my example. If I like the research paper of some renowned scholars, if I like some research paper, I try to find his phone number. Okay, so this is my first choice always. If I'm not able to find this phone number, then what I do, I try to find their email address. Okay, and finding email address is much more easier than finding phone number. But some of the researchers, the renowned researchers, are kind enough that they provide their phone numbers as well, like we are providing. And if they have not provided, then you have the other option of going through the email. Then what I do, I just email them. Sometime while going through a specific research paper, we try to find some kind of lackings in that specific research paper, lackings or limitations or drawbacks. Then we just write an email to the original author that we have gone through from your specific research paper and we have find these lacking and drawbacks. Can you please explain these points? We try to do. And genuinely some people revert back, some people revert back, and this is how the relationships are made. Maybe this is the way we have been able for the past 2 years to make greater relationship all over India. This is the way how I had managed to make the relationships. Okay, and some people never reply. This is also the case. Then I have given you information regarding the search engine, then share data sets, after that connection and communication tools. And now finally, I am going to give information regarding what the role of ICT is being sponsored by Government of India. What are the different initiative Government of India is going to take for introducing or increasing the role of information and communication technology in case of research. So India is ranked 121st. Okay, so this is the rank amongst 157 countries in terms of progress. Now you can get to know we are lacking much behind, because we have not been able to provide consistently the quality research. This is the main reason why there is huge level of unemployment. Okay, because people have completed higher level of education, but knowledgefully or knowledge worthy, they are almost nil. Okay, so they have gone through from this, they have gone through from this as well, they have gone through from their post graduation. But if you ask them something about what you have contributed to the society in terms of your own research, then they are not answerable. So this is the reason why we are lacking much behind. So this is a newly released report of International and Telecommunication Union. This makes the annual assessments of who stands at what rank. Okay, then we have taken a major initiative. This is known as National Mission on Education through ICT. Okay, this is Government of India's major initiative in this direction, with an aim to leverage the potential of ICT in providing high quality research and interactive content free of cost to all learners. So this is what we have taken as an initiative. Still we are not going well, because nowadays I have genuinely felt that being a researcher for past 2 years, I am feeling that um, at this level even people are not of that much helping level, of a supporting level. At this level as well, they are not doing. If they have achieved at the level, they try to keep this uh, that secret. They do not want to release what they are going in their specific area. So this is nowadays what is happening. But in case of foreign countries, you can observe that the researchers do everything collaboratively. But nowadays, even in the level at the level of a PhD, where there is none kind of a correlation between your and your peers topic, still they feel the feeling of competition. And I don't know what is why this is there. And if this feeling is there, then research is not going to improve further. Then this specific mission, National Mission on Education through ICT, has under its aegis, it has virtual labs, open source, success tools, virtual conference tools, talk to teacher programs, then non-invasive blood glucometer, these kind of some initiatives taken by this specific initiative. Okay. And also for simulated lab experiments, they have done a lot of jobs. So these are just given in the commas, the different things they have contributed towards the research. And finally, this being a truly multidisciplinary effort, its success will entirely depend upon good teams in technological and knowledge content area. So this is the thing. And in the last slide, we have written that so far we have achieved a lot. We are not lacking that much behind. That was the report of this, but we have some renowned research scholar as well who have done a lot of great jobs, because nowadays when I do the literature review for my subject, then I get to know some renowned names, some names of some renowned personalities who are attached with my specific subject. So these are the institutions nowadays which are using ICT in research. First are IITs, MSNITs, then CBSE, KVS, NVS, then National Institute of Open Schooling, IGNOU, AICTE, then NCERT. They have been actively participating for a research purpose. So in this complete lecture, I have taught you regarding how can you go through from literature review. Okay, and this is very important. I suggest each and everyone, even if you are not attached with the education field, you must go through from at least 10 research papers in your life, and these are very easy. Each and every research paper is not more than for 10 pages of a specific PDF. You can just take its printout, which is our strategy as well. In this way, we conduct our research. In this way, we go through from the literature and we try to comprehend and understand what has been already completed in the previous researches, and what has been left by the previous researches, and what we can do further as our side contribution to this specific research area. So in this way, I think I have given you the complete information. The next lecture regarding paper second is going to be conducted at 6 past 50, and its information has already been delivered to you. Thank you so much for joining me in this lecture. This is Gurpal Singh from Gurpal Education.